I'm not really a big Disney fan, but what got me hooked are the Disney villains. If you have been watching my channel for a while, then you might be able to guess that I prefer to play a Disney villain to a Disney princess any day, if I ever get the chance, that is. Disney villains are just so fun and flamboyant, but also dark. In the recent live action, The Little Mermaid, we have seen our beloved sea witch come to life. Though I didn't fall in love with Ursula at first sight, we can't deny that the appearance of this villainess is too iconic to be forgotten. Ursula is a sea witch and the main antagonist in Disney's The Little Mermaid. Ursula is a Cecalia, a half-human, half-octopus creature with a witchy theme. In the film, Ursula tricked Ariel the mermaid into giving up her voice in order to become human and pursue her love with Prince Eric. Ursula's appearance went through various sketches before the final design. The Disney design team and animators took inspiration from different sea creatures, including manta rays, scorpionfish, lionfish, and even a snake-like creature, before eventually settling on the octopus design. Due to the budget difficulty of animating 8 tentacles, the team decided to reduce Ursula's tentacle from 8 to 6. If you count her arms, she practically has 8 limbs, so yeah, she's an octopus. Part of me is happy they settled on the octopus design since the tentacle adds so much to her flamboyant character. Additionally, when she turned into the giant form, she reminded me of the mythological creature of the sea, the Kraken. Fun fact, the reason Ursula was given a giant form during her final battle with Ariel and Eric was because Jeffrey Katzenberg, Disney chairman at the time, had just seen the film Die Hard and was inspired to create an epic ending just like the movie. To be honest, when I first saw her enlarging her body, it reminded me of the Super Sentai monsters. Influences from the real-life individuals. Ursula's character was based on the legendary drag queen Divine. Divine's theatricality resonated with the animators, influencing Ursula's personality and appearances. Pat Carroll, the voice actress behind Ursula, added another layer of depth into the character by envisioning Ursula as part Shakespearean actress and part con artist. Pat Carroll also deepened her voice to resemble the low growl inspired by Divine. Divine was not the only person who shaped Ursula's design. Norma Desmond from the classic film Sunset Boulevard's grand gesture and flair were channeled into Ursula's dramatic body language. To some of you who wonder if the decision to make Ursula a sea witch is random or not, or if it's just, she's evil because she's a witch or not, the answer is not at all. In the original The Little Mermaid story written by Hans Christian Andersen, the person who exchanged Ariel's voice for legs was also a sea witch. In Andersen's story, there is a character referred to as a sea witch or just witch, but she plays a minor role rather than the main antagonist. Similar to Disney adaptation, The Little Mermaid decided to become a human to be with the prince she loved. So she made a deal with the sea witch. However, unlike Disney's Ursula, the sea witch did not have a malicious presence throughout the story. The deal with the devil. Ursula didn't only portray the witch or the hag tropes, but also a trope called deal with the devil. The most classic, and I think the most well-known example of a story using this trope is Goethe's Faust. Faust was a scholar who became dissatisfied with his life and made a deal with the devil Mephistopheles. Faust sold his soul in exchange for unlimited knowledge and worldly pleasures. Ultimately, Faust realized the error of his way and repented, but it was too late. Ursula also granted Ariel what she desired in exchange for something so important for her. There was even a scene featuring the trope's classic element, signing a scroll. I have no other words to say other than Ursula is manipulative as hell. In Ursula's songs, Poor Unfortunate Soul, Ursula manipulated Ariel by referring to her as a poor unfortunate soul, exploiting her longing to become human and implying that her state right now is unhappy is not what she dreamed of. The witch basically asked the princess to exchange her voice for legs, and there was also an extra price of her soul belonging to the witch if her mission wasn't a success. Clearly, this deal isn't really worth it. Some other elements of Ursula. Another Ursula iconic element is the seashell necklace that she used for storing Ariel's voice. As many of you may know, seashells are often portrayed as an instrument that stores the sound of the ocean. That's why a seashell necklace is the perfect choice. The minions, Flotsam and Jetsam. And who would a classic villain be without their loyal henchmen? Flotsam and Jetsam are eels with manipulative personalities. Unlike the violent, laughable lackey trope, the eels' design are dark and uncanny with their odd glowy eyes. Besides, they are not dumb minions like hyenas from the Lion King. Not to say that this trope is bad though. The eels are intelligent and devious just like the sea witch boss. Moving to design of Vanessa. After we have taken the journey through the different aspects of Ursula's design, now let's talk about Vanessa, the human disguise of Ursula. There are many theories explaining where Ursula got the Vanessa beautiful look. Some people said it was her form before she was turned into a witch. Some said it could be her previous human lover. Some said that this form resembled Ariel's appearance and could potentially trick the prince into thinking that it was Ursula, or in this case Vanessa, that saved him. The name Vanessa is also a type of butterfly, and the witch also used this butterfly as an ingredient to turn herself into Vanessa. Overall, Ursula's design was from the original Hans Christian Andersen sea witch, with a touch of autopoi design adding the flamboyant look from the drag queen Divine. Aside from everything said earlier, Ursula has been subject to discussions regarding queer coding and queer baiting. I mean, she was literally inspired by a drag queen after all. One thing to note is that Ursula was created in 1998, during a time when explicit LGBTQ+ representation and discussions were not as prevalent as they are today. And it's not that a person in LGBTQ+ community can't be a villain, they can. It's just that we hope that there will be more positive portrayals of the community from now on. Hi, here's another fun fact. I've changed and rewritten both the topic and the script for this video for multiple times. Like, I really couldn't settle on what topic to talk about next, I guess. Anyway, I hope you have a nice day. See you on the next journey.